Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is gonna be like a story time, just a sharing video about my experience learning to accept painful situations, or learning to accept hard times. Now, if you're alive, all of us, we have that experience at some point in our life. We have experienced brokenness, whether that be from loss of a loved one, whether that be loss of a relationship, whether that be someone betraying you. There's a lot of things that can hurt you, or whether that be transitioning from one stage of your life to the next. Life is situated in such a way, life is set up in such a way that it comes with these things. Now, it wasn't so easy for me to understand this about life, but it's really in the past year that I've really understood that the thing that I've been fighting, it's something that I need to learn to embrace. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I embraced hard times. I won't even say hard time. How I embraced pain, or painful situations, or those times when you're going through a lot and it doesn't feel so amazing. Like I said, it's really in recent times that I've learned to accept these things, because before I used to fight against it. So that's really what I'll be sharing, my experience with painful situations and how I learned to embrace it. And what you can take from this is how accepting that will bring you so much more peace, and how it's really the solution to life. In a sense, it is the solution to a better life, if you want to put it that way, or a far more fulfilling life. So yeah. So for the most part, guys, like most people, we always tend to think that our situation or what we go through is the most unique experience, and we always think that we're the only one who has ever experienced these things. Now, everybody's experience is unique to them, so that's fine. But the reality is that life is such a plain level field when you think about it. A lot of people think life is unfair, but when you look at it, it's not necessarily unfair. It's quite level. It's just that things don't happen to two people at the same time. You may see someone thriving at this point and you're going down, and then you're thriving, and there's a balance to life. And it's something that I've learned, that no one person is disproportionate when it comes on to what life can throw at you. So my life, I've had a lot of painful experiences, and maybe that is because I'm someone that I'm very passionate and I feel deeply. So I will say I've been through a lot since I was a child, from being sick when I was a child. But there was something that when I was growing up that I just always used to push. So like, if I'm going through something, I always want to get out of the feeling. I always want to feel better. If I get disappointed, I always try to use things to feel better. When I go out, I always try not to be in my own company. I always try not to be at home alone. I always try to find means and ways in which to occupy myself so I don't face what I'm going through. And this is what a lot of us do, and it's the mistake that we all make. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people are frustrated with life, and the reason why they're frustrated with life is because they have not accepted the reality that, and listen closely, they have not accepted the reality that you will never stop experiencing painful situations. You will never stop getting hurt in life, whether it be relationship, whether it be friendship. Life is gonna always come with challenging, painful experiences. Now get this, what I've discovered is, because when I look at myself now compared to back then, whenever I go through a hurtful situation, a breakup, you name it, it takes me long. It takes me a very long time to bounce back. It takes me years to bounce back. And what I used to know within that years, I used to be caught up or hung up on the experience. And I didn't know how to move forward. But like I said, in recent times, in the past year, I have really amazed myself. So I was trying to figure out how comes I was able to bounce back so quickly as opposed to in my past experiences. And I realized it's not that I am no longer getting the situation at the same level, as in the same power. Hurt is hurt. It's not that I've not been having painful experiences. What is happening is I have discovered, and this was when I just left the military, as well as when I just started my degree, I just remember learning a lot about mindful practices. So being mindful. And I think for me, that was the breakthrough. So when I learned about being mindful, and being mindful means, a lot of times when you're hurting, which a lot of people are experiencing now, you tend to push it away. So you try not to feel hurt. So a lot of people compensate for those hurt with things like they'll jump back in bed with someone else. They will just go find another relationship. They will go party. Some people drink. Some people smoke. Some people do so many things to compensate or to push away that hurt with something else. And what usually happens is they'll go have their fun, but then when they come back home, they have to face it, and then they constantly go back for a different experience so that they don't have to face what is happening, that hurt. Because everyone knows that hurt is, heartbreak. Your heart can be broken by losing a loved one, by a relationship, by anything. Heartbreak is a serious pain. So anyone knows that it's not the easiest. A lot of people, they use a lot of things, and this is why they get hooked on. This is why they constantly, go back for these things because they don't want to face what's really there. So my advice, based on my experience, and it's something that is so amazing when you look at it, and that people can take from and practice. If you face what is there, you're more than likely to live with these things when they come. Meaning, and going back to mindful practices, being mindful means that when you feel something, so I've been through a lot, I've gone through some misfortune, it's some situations that no one should have to experience. It's just painful experiences. But what I've learned as well is that I wouldn't trade them. And I've said this in previous videos, that my experiences has really helped me to develop as a woman. So I say that to say this, that the minute I stop, the minute I accept that pain is a part of life, it's the day that I became free. And a lot of times we pray, a lot of us, we pray and we ask God, when God has really given us the tools to really put into practice or put things into place to become free. The Bible speaks about God having no hands but our hands. God, we are God's mouthpiece. God speaks through us. God give us the vision, give us the willpower in order to break through and move forward. So I bring this to you today because I've realized in a lot of people, they're just compensating, or they're just existing. They're not really living. They're just using the next partner, or they're using the next thing, drugs, money, alcohol, party, just because of the hurt that is happening within them, and because of how much they're struggling as a person, and because they can't accept that. They can't accept that grief, pain. You have to process pain so you have to go through pain in order to grow through pain. And that's something that, you know, like I said, I've said this in my previous videos, you know, that it's these things, when you accept that it's a part of life and stop trying to push these away with other things to cover up what is really happening. So really and truly, I just want to thank God for this year so far. You know, it's amazing. You know, a lot of people, you know, they go through bad experiences, whether it be relationship or whatever, and then they're afraid to open their hearts. And I've always said I would never be afraid, and that's how I am now. I am so bold. I am so brave. I don't worry about what ifs, or what if I get hurt there, or what if I, because we all hurt someone and people hurt us. So I'm just one of those people, and some people would say like, wow, you know, some people tend to protect themselves. I mean, you don't want to be a fool, but my grandmother and my grandmother used to always say, it's better to have loved than lost than not to have loved at all. You know? So the long and short of it is, my experience has taught me that you have to accept what is a part of life. Pain is a part of life. Embrace it. Pain will bring you the most beautiful growth that you'll ever seen. You'll grow as a person, you'll grow as an individual. You know, you can either, there's always two things you can do with a situation. You can either reject it or you can embrace it. Embrace your pain and grow through them. Embrace the hurt, cry on a pillow, whatever you need to do. Just embrace them. Stop running. Stop using things to help you through it. Stop using temporary measures to help you to face the reality. Face it. Be honest with yourself. This happened. Yes, I was mistreated. Yes, I may have mistreated someone. Just be real, open and honest with yourself. And that is the greatest, that is just the road to freedom. You know, it's just, life is just an amazing experience, to be honest. You know, I smile, you know, these days, because I look back at when I was younger and how I look at things and know, you know, my experience is so different. So really and truly, you know, I'm on the other side of, you know, a lot of things that I've been through. And I'm only better for it, because I am mindful that this is happening to me, when it was happening to me. And I accepted that it is painful. I accepted that this is not going to go away on its own. I accepted that it's a part of my life. So I know that tomorrow something can happen. Life is just ever changing. And things and life will always throw darts at you. You know, the saying goes, tough time don't last. Tough. It's the people that love God that last. Because, you know, when you trust God with that experience and learning from it. So tough time don't last, tough man. You have to just toughen up. You know, and that's the difference between those that crumble under pressure or crumble when they have these life experiences, and those that triumph and they grow and they build on the pain. I can only say I'm only better for all the things that I've been through. So I would say people just need to stop running. Face it, it's a part of life. You will never stop having hard or tough experiences or difficult experiences, or challenging experiences. And as long as you're breathing, you will experience hurt. It's a part of life. It's not the experience, it's how you deal with it. So you can either push it away or you can embrace it and work through it and be mindful of it. Allow yourself to feel it and then grow from it. So that's really what I have for you today, guys. Just a quick one. I said I'd just do a little quick video because I haven't really posted much. Been very busy, but I said I'd just throw that one in there. I hope it's not all over the place, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Please do give it this video a thumbs up. Like, share, guys, you know the drill. And I just hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Until next time, guys. And you'll be seeing more videos you'll be seeing more and more videos from me. Until next time, Godspeed. Bye.